Hey guys, it's Aviation Nation 12 here with another video, and today I will be doing an airport tour. Basically, I'm going to show you everything of the airport, like every corner of the airport, explain why I put trees in some airports, why the terminals are like this, and everything about that kind of stuff, maybe materials also. My airport is in the last airport updates setup, so if you want to go see that video, I'll link it in the description below. So let's get right into this video. I may split it up into two parts because this might get a little long. So I'm just going to start here. This is the main kind of exit off the runway where the Air Canada is. So this is the first one, and then we have a patch of grass, and then this is the second one for say if a plane aborts takeoff early, they can just exit here, instead of maybe if they stopped here, they would have to go back. They could just turn around and do it again. Or if, say, a little Dash 8 landed early or something, it could exit off. So we added that. We didn't put one up here because it didn't really work with the setup, as well. We wanted all these kind of exits to go the same way. So if we put one here, first what we want to do is make sure that if you can get off the runway to this taxiway, which is the one that leads to the terminals. This one kind of leads to the runway. So we wanted each exit to go to this taxiway, as you can see this one does. And if we did it up here, first it would get in the way of these jetways and the planes. And secondly, it wouldn't really make sense to have an exit here, and you would probably have no grass right here, and you have to turn the plane around, which would be kind of hard because there's jetways here, and if we have a 777 or something in that jetway, sorry, I was kind of tilting the camera, it would make no sense because you would have to turn, and then there's also jetways here, so it would be kind of hard. Well, it might not even look probably realistic, so we just didn't put that in because that would look weird. And if we had it going this way and the planes turn around, this is only a one-way thing, so that wouldn't work. So the planes exit from here and go around. So if you're going to the international terminal, you would just go across instead of having two ways, which would just be confusing, and we would need a bigger board. So that's why we did only 2 instead of 3, because most airports have an exit kind of at the start of the runway or end of the runway. I kind of say this is the start and that's the end, but if you say it the other way around, so yeah. So we just added this grass place. We should have maybe put it farther back, because when a plane kind of taxis in, it can kind of turn around, but then they kind of lose all the space. So maybe we should have moved the hangar over, but it's fine. I still like it. Yeah. So that's why we have this little thing of grass, because the hangar's right here, and we just thought it suits the airport having a grass place here. And then here we put all the extra buses and ground service equipment, which if I have extra, which I probably don't, but sometimes I have the buses which are extra, I'll put them here. Just a little thing of grass here, because we used to not have this, but it just looked like the runway kept on going, so we added this and it looks way better. Then we add this little piece of grass here, which goes the whole airport length, as you can see, just so you don't think the runway's wider. And then here's the whole runway. Sorry if you hear like a noise in the background, because I'm against the wall of my basement, and it's not, our basement isn't finished. It has like that plastic stuff on it. So, and there's a wall right here, so I'm kind of against the wall and trying to show you the whole runway. So sorry about the background noise. So this is just white acrylic paint that we used. No, sorry, it was watercolor paint, but just straight out of the tube without adding water to it. So you can see though that there are little kind of cracks in it. We're not sure why, but that's only on this part, not on the little ticks. But we just used tape here. Just cut the tape. You can kind of see it kind of spilled out in some areas. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna do all the final touches at the end. So that is that. Then we have the little ticks, which we did with tape also. You can kind of see. Oh, sorry. This is an 8-foot long board by 4 feet wide. I believe it's 4 feet wide. So it has kind of the wood grain. We tried to sand it down and what do you call it? Fill in the knots with, not sure what you would call it, but like the plaster stuff. I don't know, something like that. But we didn't get all of them, but that's fine because it's not too big of a deal. But we did get the big ones. There's like those knots and stuff with huge holes in them. And so we just filled those in and then sanded it. And then I think we did the filling in the holes twice and sanded twice. And then we did the painting the board gray. This is the, we just got one of these small cans. What's the size on this? I'm not sure. If I can find the size, I'll leave it in the description. Yeah. So for the grass, we use this kind of, it's like little bits of, I don't know, plastic or something, and you just kind of sprinkle it on. And, well, first, I'm getting ahead of myself here. You want to paint the piece of grass brown, so it, or green. We just painted it brown because soil or dirt is brown. But you can paint it green if you want. I like the brown color better because you know, it will, grass isn't all green, it's browns and yellows, and we just use the dollar store kind of acrylic paint for that. And we use some other paints, but we mostly use this other type of paint, but that was for like, it was like a water-based kind of thing, but we ran out of that, so we just used acrylic, and they both work fine. So you do that with green or brown, whichever one you like, and then you go over it and put glue all over it, all over the brown. Preferably clear glue. We just have this glue, which we've used for all of this. I would say we have a quarter left of the glue, so we used a lot of glue. And then finally, you would sprinkle the grass on, and what you do is kind of press it down with your fingers or a ruler or something flat. And then if you got some outside of where your kind of piece of grass is gonna be, I wouldn't suggest picking it up or kind of smearing it. It does leave a green stain or whatever kind of color your grass is. We did that first with this first bit that we did, and it left stains, and we had to repaint that area. So I wouldn't recommend picking it up or smearing it. Try to be careful. And then after it dried completely, or we just put it on and then we vacuumed it, all the extra stuff off. But we pressed it down and let it dry for a few minutes, and then we got the vacuum and sucked it up, because what you're supposed to do is actually turn the board on its side and then hit it so all the stuff goes on the ground, and then you vacuum it up. But with this huge piece and with the terminals, hangers, planes on it, we would have to take everything off, and it would just kind of be inconvenient. So we used the vacuum, and some stuff does still come off, but not much. It maybe takes like a few days for it to fully get off. We also have this air vent over the airport, so air kind of gets pushed down, and when we first laid all of this grass down, and we thought we got all of it, we left it for like a week, and because we have an air kind of vent thing above it, so there was just grass, little grass pieces everywhere, and it was a mess. It was on planes, and so yeah, we kind of stuffed the air vent with a cloth because we don't really want it blowing all over. So that's the grass. You can see it's not all kind of what would you say, all covered with grass. There are some gaps, but we'll fix that up. You can see there, and then there's some big piles, and yeah. So here we have the lines, and then here at the end we added some tire marks for this is where they mostly land, and we did that because A, it looks pretty cool, and then B, because airports have this, they're not washing the runways every time a plane lands, and the airport isn't perfect, so that's why we added it on, because we originally not going to do that, but it just looks kind of unrealistic without having that on there. It just makes it look more realistic, because airports have this, and if we didn't, it would kind of look a little bit unrealistic. But we think we're only gonna put it here. I don't think we're gonna put it anywhere else. But yeah, so we just put that there, and then at the end of the runway we have the same marks as down there, and the runway number is 12, which I believe is a real runway number at YVR. So this is going to be part 1. I'm not sure how many parts are going to be in this, probably 2, possibly 3, but this is the first part. Stay tuned for the second part where I explain the rest of the airport. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the second part. Goodbye.